Hello, welcome back students. Today in this video we are going to see what is shell sort. I am Professor Anuja Pallade. Let's start with the shell sort. Shell sort is highly efficient sorting algorithm and it is based on insertion sort algorithm. Shell sort is mainly a variation of insertion sort. This algorithm avoids large shift as in case of insertion sort if the smaller number values is too far right and has to be moved to the far left. This algorithm uses insertion sort on widely spread element first to sort them and then sort the less widely spaced element. This spacing is termed as interval or gap. This interval is calculated on the base of many different kinds of methods like Knuth's formula or dividing the n number of elements by 2, etc. Let's understand and revise what is insertion sort. I hope you seen my previous video of insertion sort. In that, at some point of the sorting, at some point I am saying, at some point of sorting, your array is like this. Am I correct? Where this should be your sorted sublist and this should be the unsorted sublist. What exactly we are doing? We are picking the one item from unsorted sublist and we are comparing with the adjacent element and just going to shift the element or swapping the element by one. Isn't it? So for 8, what is the place of 8? Appropriate place is here. And for taking 8 here by insertion sort, how many shifting we have to do? 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shifting we have to done. Means after 5 shifting we can able to take the 8 here using insertion sort. So 8 is here and all items are get shifted to till this. Now what about 10? If we have to take 10 at his appropriate place, means here, how many shifting we have to do? First we have to shift these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After 5 shifting 10 will be here. So 10 is here and all the items are get shifted. In a similar way, what happened about 3? If I have to take 3 at appropriate place, what is the place of 3? Is here. Means how many total comparison I have to do for to take 3 here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shifting I have to do and then 3 will be here using insertion sort I am saying. So 8 comparisons are so inefficient. What happened if we implement such algorithm which compare not adjacent element only but distinct element too? Especially for such cases when the smaller elements are at the rightmost side of, suppose we are arranging the element in ascending order, what happened? If I have to arrange this in ascending, I have to take these 3 here, means for 3 taking here I have to make lot of shifting. So to take the smaller number to the leftmost side, it takes many shifting and many comparisons. So what happens, suppose if we compare 24 with 8 and directly we swap this 8 to here and 24 is here. It means in a single shift, in a single swap, 8 is directly here, means the smaller number is directly to here. But in case of insertion sort, we require 5 pass to move this 8 here. So what happened when we implement such kind of algorithm? This kind of distinct swapping algorithm. So we compare distinct element, not adjacent. Distinct element we are comparing. And this is the idea of shell sort. That's why previously I said that the extension of insertion sort is the shell sort. See, this is this distance that we are going to use to swap two items is known as interval or gap. Here, what gap I have taken to swap these two elements? 8 from 24 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's why the gap is 5 here. Gap or interval. How we are perform this swapping using gap of 5? First we compare these two element. This is greater, that's why we get swap. So 8 is here and 24 should be here. After that we compare this 30 with the gap of 5 with 10. Swapping is needed. Then we are comparing this 16 with 6. 16 with 6. Then we are going to compare this 20 with 3. So likewise we are comparing. This way we are saying when small element is at the rightmost side, it brings to the leftmost side in a minimum shifting, we are saying. Means if this 3 comes here, how many swappings we removed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shifting we removed, and directly we take this 3 to here. So this is with the gap of 5. In shell sort, the main funda is about the gap. How to choose the gap. It is not like that whatever the gap you want to choose, that gap of 7 you can choose, gap of 4, gap of 1, gap of 2. It is not like that. There are many methods to choose this, select this gap. Because the efficiency of the shell sort is depend upon the gap we choose or how the gap is. Better the gap sequence, less time would be taken by the array. This is the main funda of shell sort. If the gap is better, shell sort is faster. There are many methods to calculate the gap. See, many passes are there in shell sort also. Like another sorting algorithm, in shell sort also there are passes. So it is not like that for all pass we keep the same gap. If I keep the gap of 5 once, I will make the gap to 5. We can reduce it to. Means if the 3 pass algorithm is there, for first pass I have used the gap of 5. For second pass I have used the gap of 3. For third pass I have used the gap of 1. Means I am decrementing the gap by 2 every time. So likewise you can choose 2. We can reduce the gap until we reach to the 1. This is very important. Till we reach to the 1, we have to reduce the gap. When the gap is exactly equal to 1, then shell sort will work same like insertion sort. We can reduce the gap until we reach to 1. When the gap is exactly equal to 1, then shell sort will work same like the insertion sort. See, if after shell sort is working like the insertion, then why we applying the gap? See, if the gap in between the bigger number and smaller number is at rightmost, lot of shifting needed using the insertion sort. So that's why we apply the gap for previous passes here. So let's now start with the example, where for to solve this example I have choose the gap of n by 2, where n is total number of elements in an array divided by 2. For first pass I am using this. For then second sort, gap divided by 2 is using. For third pass I am using gap 2 divided by 2. Means if this gap is 4, then again 4 divided by 2 I am using here. It is n by 2. So this is gap 2 is n by 4 is here. Gap 3 is n by 8 will be here. So let's now start with the example. So suppose this is the array, and see total number. What is the index of this array? 0 to 9, 0 to 8, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Means total 9 element. N is equal to 9 here. So 9 divided by 2 is 4.5. And floor of this we have to take. Here is 4.5, means floor of 4.5 is 4. So gap is 4 I have chosen here. See, first of all this I is here, and with the gap of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. J is here. I is here, J is here. I is less than 32, so no swapping needed. Just we increment I by 1 and J by 1. So I is here now and J is here. Now I is bigger than J, so swapping is needed here. So 8 should be here and these 30 should be here. See? And other elements are as it is. And I is just incremented again by 1 and J is also incremented here with the gap. Exactly what we are doing, we are incrementing the J, and by J we are minusing the gap, and I is that. Every time you could see J minus gap 1, 2, 3, 4 is nothing but the I. That is the concept behind the coding here. So is the swapping is needed here? Yes. So 10 is here and 16 is here. Another elements are same. See, this all is carrying in only one single array. This array I am using just for your clarification. Otherwise the shell sort is just work inside the single array. So 10 is here, 16 is here. Another elements are same, and just I is again incremented by minusing the gap. J is incrementing by 1 continuously, and J minus gap is always I. See, one thing is very important here again. When we take our first J, that should be equal to gap. Means the index is equal to gap. What is the index of this 32 first time? It is 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is the index and gap is also 4. This will be our starting condition for J. And J we are incrementing by 1, and by J minus gap we are using I every time. J minus gap. Gap is what? 4. J if is here, minus 4 indexes are I. So I is again incremented here by J minus gap here. Is the swapping is needed? Yes. So 6 is here and this 20 is here. One thing is very important here, that when we swap these two elements, we have to see for this step backward 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here is not element present, not any element present. That's why we are not comparing this 6 again to the fourth element of backward direction. But see now, if I increment here I, after swapping this, if I increment I and J, if I J increment and minus gap is there I, the swapping is needed here. So 3 should be here and 32 should be here. Now we have to, likewise the forward direction we have to see backward direction too. So once 3 is get here, by reducing the gap 1, 2, 3, 4, we have to check out that is there swapping needed or not. So 24 item is here. So swapping is needed, and again swapping will be done at the same step. Means in the same step 3 is get swapped with 32. Again 3 has to see backward to that minus gap place. Minus gap means 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the swapping is required. This case is not with this case. When we swap these two element, means 6 is here, minus gap 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, no element is there. That's why this swapping is not we have seen here. But related to the 3, the case is here that minus gap place 1, 2, 3, 4, 24 is available there, and even swapping is needed. So swapping would have to be done here. So 3 is here, 24 is here, and 32 should be here. So likewise. So once our J is reached to n minus 1 places, n minus 1 is 8. N are 9 and this index is n minus 1. Once the j is reached to n minus 1 index, the pass is finished. So these element are as it is we have taken, and the pass is finished here because our j is here and I is here. As j is reaches to n minus 1 index, pass is finished. Again we have to calculate the gap. Let's start with the pass 2, and for pass 2 gap is again gap, this is the gap 1 for pass 1, that's why gap 1. So for pass 2 means gap 2, gap 1 divided by 2, it is 2. So gap is 2. Let's start with the gap of 2. See, 1, 2. If j is here, I is here and j is here, the gap is in between is 2. See, the swapping is needed for these two numbers? No. If I increment I and j increment again, is the swapping is needed? Yes, means 6 should be here and 8 should be here, and j is here now. 3, 6, 10, 8. 3, 6, 10, 8. And again I is incremented and j is incremented. See, 6 is here, so with the gap of 2, 1, 2, no element is present there, so we are not going to see backward. So incremented positions require no swapping here, so just increment. So here also no swapping required because 8 is less than 30. So increment I to here and j to here. Now I and j. So swapping needed here. So 16 is here and 24 should be here. So 16 is here and 24 is here. I is get incremented and j is get incremented. Now again the swapping is needed. Once the 16 is here, we see backward with the gap of 2, 2. 1, 2. But 10 is less than. So no swapping we are doing here. If the item I is bigger, then and then only we are doing swapping here. So see, for these two elements swapping is needed. Once 20 is get swap here, 1, 2. 8 is smaller element than 20. So no backward swapping is needed, only forward swapping is needed here. So 20 is here and 30 is here. I is incremented and j is incremented. See, is the swapping is required here? No, because 24 is less than 32. So j is reached to n minus 1 index. So pass is finished. As j is reached to the n minus 1 index, pass is finished. So this is the pass 2. Let's start with the pass 3. Now calculate the gap. 2 divided by 2 again, it is 1. So for pass 3 our gap is 1. Now it is working like insertion sort, cell sort. In previous theory we have seen that whenever the gap is 1, shell sort is working exactly like a insertion sort, means adjacent swapping will be done there. See, with the gap of 1, I is here and j is here, is the swapping is needed? No. It is get just incremented. Is the swapping is needed? No, just incremented. Yes, swapping is required here because 10 is greater than 8. Do the swapping. What happened? 8 should be here, 10 should be here, and all the item are as it is, and just I is incremented and j is incremented by 1. See, the swapping is needed here. No swapping is needed. Just increment the I and j. Is swapping is required here? No. Just increment it. No swapping is needed, increment it. No swapping is needed, increment it. Yes. Now we reach, our j is reached to n minus 1 index, that is 8th index. So pass is finished, and you could see here all the elements are sorted too. And if the pass end, I again calculate my gap by formula 1 divided by 2, it is something 0, means floor value 0.5, floor value is 0, so gap is 0. So gap never should be 0. Once the gap is reached to 1, sorting ends. Once the gap is reached to 0, sorting ends, and once j is reached to n minus 1 index, pass ends. So this is the pass 3 and these are the sorted item. I hope you understood this step by step description of the insertion sort. And you are getting the sorted element in such a lace passes, because the scenario is what, the smallest element is at the rightmost part, and to take these at the leftmost part using the insertion sort we require lot of shifting, but in such a small shifting we take 3 at the leftmost positions and 24, means all the items in a sorted form using the shell sort. So that's why when the condition is like that, the smaller element are too far from the leftmost part in ascending case, that time we are going to use the shell sort to increase the efficiency of our algorithm. Now let's discuss some about the algorithm. Let's see how the algorithm works. So this is what gap of 0, and when the gap is 0 the sorting algorithm ends. So this is the algorithm. First we have to first arrange 3 for loops here. First for loop is to change the pass. Second is to move the j, and second is how to move the I. Let's discuss about this for loop. So G is gap. How to calculate the gap? First initialize gap. Total number of element of an array divided by 2, means here 9 elements divided by 2 is floor value of that is 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 divided by 2 is 4 point and the floor value is 4. So we are chosen here the 4 gap. Then gap should be greater than 1. See, we have seen here when the gap is 1 and if it is less than 1, whole sort ends. Means till the gap is 1, we have to change the passes. That's why we keep the condition here. And then gap divided by 2 is carried out when the passes end. When the passes end, 4 divided by 2, the gap is 2. 2 divided by 2, gap is 1. Means when the pass is going to change, gap divided by 2. Now j. J is equal to gap. First, where is our j? First time when we start the algorithm, our j is here. Gap. Gap is what? 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, fourth index. J and index should be same first time at the time of initialization. You can see here j is equal to gap. Gap is what? 4. 4 is what? Index. Gap is interval. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is gap and then here is j. So index and gap should be same at the first time of initialization. Then j should be always less than n, means n minus 1. See, always I said that when the j reached to the n minus 1, the pass ended. So this one is the case, and always we are incrementing j by 1 every time. J by 1 every time we are incrementing. So this is the for loop for j. For I, it is not like that just initialize first I here at 0th index and increment by 1. We have to do something different. If the first time our j is here, so j minus gap 1, 2, 3, 4 is I. So j minus gap is our I. And our I should be greater than or equal to 0 always. And when the I is going to changes, I is equal to I minus gap or I minus gap you can write here. And when the I plus gap element of array A, I plus gap I 1, 2, 3, 4, I plus gap element is bigger, no swapping needed. That's why we have write here break. but if the element is smaller, swapping will be done. I hope you understand this code and what I am trying to say you. So this is the pseudo code for insertion sort, or you may say the algorithm for the insertion sort. And if you see in my previous video for frequency count, we have mapped here how to map the time complexity for this code. And that time I said you that for loop this is the n plus 1, and if this is the n plus 1, all lines under the for loop are for n times, and if this is again for n multiplied by n plus 1 time, means n multiplied by n square, the highest term of this code should be n square. So big O of n square with the time complexity, and that is the time complexity of the shell sort, big O of n square. And as I told you that these all array are just for your clarification, otherwise the shell sort is going to work inside the single array only. These I drawn all for your clarification that how exactly the shell sort is working, otherwise all these steps are done inside the single array only. So the space complexity of shell sort is big O of 1. I hope you understood the step by step working of the shell sort, even with the pseudo code and algorithm of the shell sort, and mapping of the algorithm with the time complexity and space complexity too. Thank you for watching the video.